classes, etc. So this is something that I thought you might want to have with you. Let's move on and see. So we begin with social action. Now for social action, let's see the kind of, you don't really have that many questions. Discuss the importance of interpretative understanding of social phenomena and explain its limitations. Now this is, I used it because when we talk about social action, we are looking at interpretive sociology. So I bring in this question here, although this could be looked at from Unit 2 perspective as well. Then what is the subject matter of sociology according to Max Weber? There's a spelling mistake here. According to Max Weber, which major methods did he suggest for social science research? Illustrate your answer with his sociological contributions. Now let's quickly look at social action. So social action, basically so you can always refer to this famous work of his, Economy and Society. So there is Economy and Society, and in Economy and Society, Weber, he opens this book. The opening as it were sentence of this book is, sociology is a science that focuses on the interpretive understanding of social action. Sociology is a science that focuses on the interpretive understanding of social action. So just the way Durkheim was talking about social fact as the subject matter of sociology, Weber is talking about social action as something that needs to be studied through interpretive understanding. Now, action is defined as the behavior to which the actor attributes subjective meaning, and what makes an action social is that it is oriented to the behavior of others. So social action is an action that is oriented to the behavior of others. Now, this is also, so through social action, the idea of social action, Weber is also trying to take sociology away from the conventional, traditional, positivistic domain or terrain. Sociology is no more a positivistic science. The moment you bring in interpretation, the moment you bring in Verstehen, the moment you bring in empathy, the moment you bring in a certain kind of intersubjectivity, sociology does not remain a positivistic discipline anymore. Things change a great deal. So basically, Weber, he brings in this idea of social action. And why does he do that? So he is trying to look into the problem of methods in the social sciences, and he introduces the idea of social action as a result of a certain belief that social sciences were very much different from the sciences, which is natural sciences, which studied the objective world of outside nature. Social sciences do not necessarily study the objective world of the outside nature. So the social sciences ought to be geared towards the world from the inside, right? The world of the actors from the inside. How do actors look at the world? Looking at the world through the eyes of the actor, and which involves interpretive understanding, which involves Verstehen, which involves placing yourself in the position of the actor. So in this regard, he talks about traditional action. So you have this, I don't want to go into the details, traditional action, affective, emotional action, value-oriented action, and goal-oriented action. And remember here, you can always refer to an important pointer. Weber is looking at change in terms of shift in the broader domain of two things. One is action, the other is authority structures. So in terms of action, Weber is very clear that as the society moves from non-rational action, realms of action, to rational. So the more a society moves towards goal-oriented action, right, which is instrumental, goal-oriented action, Zweckrational, as he calls it. And he's very clear that society is gradually moving towards goal-oriented rational action. So at one point of time, goal-oriented rational action was only one of the actions. But Weber is very clear that gradually the society will arrive at a stage wherein you will only have goal-oriented rational action and very little bit of traditional action, because even emotional action is going to be on the back burner. It will be in the background somewhere. It won't really be, the spotlight won't be there on traditional action, emotive action, value-oriented action. So goal-oriented rational action will become the action, or goal-oriented social action, rational action will become the action. And this marks what Weber calls rationalization, something that we will take up in some time. So the most significant characteristic of goal-oriented rational action, which is called instrumental rational action, is the weighing up of means and ends. So when the society becomes too obsessed with what is it that I can employ in order to get what I want to get, this is where the society is becoming excessively rationalized. And Weber is not very happy about rationalization of the world. He talks about the iron cage of civilization, the iron cage of rationality, disenchantment, people going religiously unmusical, and so on. So these are some of the things that you can always refer to. So social action is to do with the orientation of the actor. Social action is to do with the sphere in which the action is carried out. And social action also has to do with the means and ends the actor chooses or the actor selects in a particular situation of action. So that's your social action bit.